Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is Gems of War. And today I want to go over some OP arena troops that if you see them in your options, you should pick them because they're really good. And yeah, I ran a bunch of arenas tonight. I want to help you guys out, show you some good troops you could pick to help you get through this arena event this weekend because I know y'all don't like it very much. Here's the first one, the first OP troop, which is Dragon Spirit. It deals a pretty good amount of scatter damage, and then it has a 75% chance to enchant all your allies. So that's pretty good. It's doing a bunch of damage, and then a pretty good chance it's going to enchant all your allies. You know how percentages work in this game. So hopefully you get that 75% chance, but you never know with this game. Pretty good. Also, shout out to Flesh Golem on this team. Decent troop, explodes a big row and like steals magic from the enemy. Also, that common troop there, he is pretty good as well. All the troops on this team, if you see them, you might want to pick them. But special shout out to Dragon Spirit there. Hitting all enemies, 16 scatter damage I think it was for me, and then a 75% chance to enchant all other allies. He has 19 durability as well. Pretty good. Mana cost is like 12. It's a little bit high, so you might want to not have any yellows or purples in front of it. But yeah, that's the first one, first OP arena troop that you might want to pick. Shout out to those other troops on that team, though, too. Those were pretty good as well. Here we have Sandscutler. Sandscutler is the second troop I wanted to shout out. Um, Pretty good. It's a one cast only troop, but when you cast it and you got it in first slot, it adds like a ton of durability to itself, and you're pretty much gonna win if you can get that off. For me, it was adding like 26 life and armor, which is crazy in the arena. That is a lot of durability for the arena. Now, anywhere else, these troops won't work as well. That's why these kind of videos work, because it's not the same. Outside of the arena, these troops aren't good. Inside the arena, they are because all the stats are lower. Different things work when they won't outside the arena, like burn works here, and like poison's even pretty good here. And so stuff like Sandscutler that casts once and gains 26 life and armor is actually pretty good in the arena. So you got to put it in first slot and you got to get it up as soon as possible. So you're going to want to prioritize those yellows and reds because if you can't get him off and he just dies before you can cast him, he's no good. So you definitely want to get yellow and red as soon as possible, and that's your first priority. But if you get him off, you pretty much win because it's like having four other troops like added up together with him and all that durability that it gets. So shout out to Sandscutler there on that team. Also, shout out to that tower troop there. It was doing like 10 damage and exploding 3 red gems. You want stuff like that that's doing damage and blowing up gems. But yeah, Sandscutler, if you can get it up quickly before it dies, is pretty awesome. It's like an auto win. Here we have Nightwing. Nightwing is a really good troop for the arena. This team is another team where I have multiple good things on it. Pharaohhound, also shout out to that. But we're talking about Nightwing here. Nightwing is pretty awesome. It does like 10 damage and it makes like 8 purple and 8 yellow gems. So it can feed back into itself. Pretty cool. It'll cast and it'll make a bunch of yellow and purple. And a lot of the times you'll just get it right back up. You'll cast it again, boom, yellow and purple. It gets itself back up, cast it again, boom, yellow and purple. Are these like the best troops in the arena? I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I played like 7, 8 arenas tonight, and these are the best troops that I saw, and these are all wins. Every single troop that I'm mentioning here, we won. We went 6-1 or whatever, or 6-0. So Nightwing, 12 mana cost, purple. It'd be cool if you can get like some purple and yellow troops on your team as long as you're not blocking it. You want to have it in front. Like I had the cursed effigy up there. I wish I had something else. So I could catch all the purple instead of just the purple. Wish I could catch all the purple from the Nightwing. But as you can see right here, it's about to cast, and it's going to do some decent damage and then loop back into itself, hopefully. Boom. And if it doesn't, it sets up an extra turn there. Look at that. A big old purple extra turn. Now it's back up. So even if it doesn't straight up loop back into itself and get all its mana back, it might make itself a purple extra turn like you're seeing happening on the screen right there. There's where it got itself right back up without even needing an extra turn. Boom, again. And it's back up again with an extra turn. Boom, again. So I got to shoot that thing off like 5 or 6 times in that battle. It was pretty awesome. So yeah, Nightwing, you'll probably want to pick that if you see it. Also, shout out to Pharaohhound there. It's pretty nice. Nice arena troop. Gives you a barrier, makes a bunch of like purple and red or something. Pretty cool. Alright, here we have a whole team of good troops, but the one I was specifically going to mention is Rhino Gore. Rhino Gore does splash damage, like 10 splash damage, and if it gets a kill, it gets all of its mana back. So pretty good. If you can get a troop under 10 or 10 or under, and you can hit it with the Rhino Gore, it's going to get all of its mana back, and then you can cast it again, and it helps. It also helps get any troop after that under 10 as well, because it's doing splash damage. So if you hit the right troop, you can chip away enough damage on the next guy to get him under 10, to where you'll kill a dude and chip away the two beside it, and hopefully get them under 10. You get all your mana back from killing that dude, and then you hit the next guy, which hopefully you chipped under to 10. And you kill that, and you get all your mana back. And then you cast it again, kill that, get your mana back. As you can see here, Thrall, down, dead. Got all my mana back. So I'm up again. Boom. Killed the summoner that brought in the Thrall. It's dead too. I got all my mana back again. Now I'm looking like, okay, I can't kill anything with it, so I need to get something under 10 so I can get all my mana back first. So I got that first troop under 10. So then I could kill it and get all my mana back once again. But yeah, special shout out to Piper, Merlion, and Ghoul on this team. They're all really good. Piper does true damage and steals armor and adds it to its magic, so it'll do more true damage the next time. Merlion silences and then does double damage if they're silenced after that. So you can really strategically cast that Merlion and silence some things. And yeah, Ghoul's one of the best commons for Arena. It hits the first troop and steals like some of its skills and explodes. So all those troops, if you see them, I would recommend getting them. They're all pretty good there. But shout out to that Rhino Gore for killing, getting its mana back, killing, getting its mana back, killing, getting its mana back. Really cool. All right, here we have Cartech the Climber is the one I wanted to shout out on this team. And you see I'm using Merlion again. So hey, keep that in mind. I use that in 2 different teams. So Merlion's pretty good in Arena. The Brock there in the first slot, he's okay if you can get him up and cast him real quick, but he gets like 13 attack and something else. But yeah, Cartech the Climber is the one I wanted to concentrate on here. Does 10 damage and then steals like 10 armor from all enemies. And in Arena, most enemies are going to have 10 armor or less. So basically when you cast that Cartech the Climber, you're just taking everybody's armor from the whole other team, which if you add it all up is a ton of damage. So you do 10 damage, and then you're probably going to steal something like 30 armor maybe. So this troop is doing like 40 damage. It's not as good the second time you cast it, but hey, that first time you cast it, you're really doing like tons and tons of damage, like 40 damage, I'm thinking. And it does the damage and then it steals the armor. It's kind of weird. You have to pay attention to that. You're not going to steal the armor and then do damage. So maybe if you can finish something off and then steal everybody else's armor, it's pretty nice. But yeah, that's a really good troop. Cartech the Climber. Also, shout out to that Merlion again. All right, here's the last troop I'm going to mention in this video. We have Crimson Arrow. Crimson Arrow is the glass cannon of all glass cannons for Arena. He has really low durability with 14, but it can do a ton of damage. It can do up to 24 damage, which you're going to see here on that first troop over there, Bael. It has 25 durability. Boom, I knocked it down to 1. So I just did 24 damage with that Crimson Arrow. That's not as good as Cartech the Climber, but it's all on one troop, so usually it's going to be a one-shot. That was just a case where something had 25 durability. Nothing else on the team did, so I wanted to get all that damage on that one troop, which we killed with skulls the very next turn. Special shout out to the Archon statue there. It's pretty good as well. It has 23 durability. If it's missing some life, it does extra damage. And the Mummified King's actually pretty good. It does like 14 damage. It does death mark one of your teammates, but as you can see, my Crimson Arrow just died from the death mark. But not before it did 24 damage to that first troop and then killed that Fire Lizard, which had like 17. So, yeah, those are the good troops I wanted to point out today. Pick them if you see them in the arena. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your guild about the channel, comment below, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.